What it do and what's the deal, baby? It is that boy J512, your host of the 512 Texans podcast. And we're going to get into all the wild world of what is going on with your Houston Texans as we are a mere 8 days away from the Houston Texans taking the draft by storm with our two first round draft picks. What is Nick Caserio and D'Amico Ryans going to do? We will find out. But let's jump into what our GM had to say yesterday. He made it very clear after all the rumors spread over the last few days that he is not leaving. He will remain the GM for your Houston Texans for the foreseeable future, and he will continue to keep this ship afloat. And we will see exactly what he has going on in his mind in a few days. But right now, the speculation is running wild. The only answer that he really gave us going into this week to the draft is that he is open to listen to calls for the number 2 pick. So are these smoke screens? Is this something that he is just really open to, or is this something that he wants? So we've had all kinds of NFL media telling us that, we're open for business. And there's some even saying that Nick Caserio is the one making those calls, that he is trying to trade out of that number 2 spot. Now, I personally am going to still beat this drum that if Bryce Young is not there, we should take CJ Stroud. I think Stroud has shown enough and done enough that he is worth that number 2 pick. Now, any other quarterback, I don't know. And I say any other quarterback because for some reason last night, Will Levis became Vegas's favorite for the number 2 spot if the Texans were there. And I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know what Will Levis has proved except that he looks good throwing the ball in shorts and a t-shirt at his pro day. He is the king of a pro day. But where's that tape? Where's that footage from his time in Kentucky? Like, we saw him making some crazy good plays, but we also saw him just not winning games, not making the simplistic throws. So why would we want to waste a number 2 on him when people think he's the next Josh Allen? I don't know, man. I don't think there will be another Josh Allen. So not anytime soon. And I think we can get lucky. They're comparing him to like a Mitchell Trubisky or, a Jake Locker. I've heard that. Like, I don't know about you guys. If you remember, I'm sure you remember Trubisky. But if you don't remember Locker, Tennessee jumped up really high to get him. And he didn't last too long. So I don't want to waste the number 2 pick on a Will Levis. Of course, Anthony Richardson's out there, and I think the hype is kind of starting to die down on him. Again, all this hype is from the media, right? It's not really coming from the Texans. Nobody knows exactly what the Texans are going to do. They're open for trades. We'll see exactly what that means. But what I want to know, and I'm sure you do too, is are they going to take a quarterback? Now, depends on who you believe and who you listen to. But Adam Schefter, he's basically saying we are not taking quarterback. The Texans are going to go defensive end, probably Will Anderson or Tyree Wilson. Now, if you like Schefter, you listen to Schefter, then there you go. But Ian Rappaport is saying that if it's not Bryce, it's CJ. If CJ goes 1, Bryce goes 2. So I am hoping my dog Ian Rappaport is right on this one. And we'll have to see who we believe. The battle of the NFL media right now. Who's going to get this one right? But Ian Rappaport on Pat McAfee's show was basically saying that Houston's pretty tight-lipped. So he doesn't know where any of these rumors and things are coming from, that they're keeping them quite quiet. Now, if Houston is leaking stuff out, maybe they're leaking out, again, smoke screens or stuff to confuse and misdirect all of these other teams and making people want to offer them something crazy to move up to 2, maybe. But we'll have to wait and see exactly what that happens to look like come next Thursday. But I really feel like the Texans have to get this offense thing shored up. I have so much faith in D'Amico Ryans to get the defense right that if we can get a CJ Stroud and then possibly a Jackson Smith and Jigba at 12, and then maybe grab a center at 33 and or trade back into the first round and get even more talent. If that's an edge rusher, awesome. But I don't believe that trading back is the move because we're not going to take 12 rookies into. I mean, we could take them into training camp, yes, but we're not going to probably take them into the season. Again, mathematically, most teams take 6 rookies into the final 53. I think last year we took maybe 8 or 9, which is an anomaly again. And we'll probably take more than 6 this year. But why do we want to get all these draft picks this year? Trade back and then have all these rookies that are going to get cut or put on practice squad. I say take the value where you can get it, trade up, and I definitely think that we need to get into this first round again, if possible, being that we have that 33rd pick that is so close to being a first round pick. Use that and use a couple of our third rounds or a third and a fourth and get back in this first round. And I just think that it's going to be important if we hit on these players that we get them in that first round, because the first round includes that 5th-year option. And we're going to have so many young talent that if we are hitting on the right talent, they're all going to come around the same time to get paid. So we need that 5th year. We need that extra year value to keep this team that hopefully will be a winner. Keep them together and use that 5th year to figure it out. Because you're going to have, Stingley is a 5th round. I mean, he gets a 5th-year option, but you got Jalen Petrie, Christian Harris, and Damian Pierce that are all going to be coming looking for new contracts around the time you have this next group. And then even we have so many picks the next year. So we need to play this smart. There's no point in taking all these rookies, man. Trade back into the first. Let's get 3 first rounds if possible, and let's make some things happen, man. If we can come out of the first round with a QB, being hopefully Bryce or CJ, hopefully Jackson Smith and Jigba, and if he is not there, if Bijan happens to fall to 12, a Bijan Jordan, I love me some Damian Pierce. I watched a little bit of wrestling. Damian Priest. I love me some Damian Pierce, man. If you could see all these cards back here, you'll know I have that love for him. But you can't pass on Bijan Robinson. If Bijan Robinson is there at 12 and Jackson Smith and Jigba is not, you got to take Bijan, man. And having Bijan, Damian, and Devin Singletary, that would take off so much pressure from that rookie quarterback that we can do and emulate potentially what San Francisco did. And, just ground and pound this game out, make these passes, bring in a John Mechie and kind of have him hopefully kind of work that Brandon Ayuk type role. Debo's Debo. He's special. But you're going to have them, Amari Rodgers, Noah Brown. We have some young guys with talent. And then you have your Robert Woods and your Nico Collins that can stretch the field, hopefully. But I feel like if we could do that, our offense would be on point. And it's just exciting, man. But right now, my mind is all over the place with what are the Texans going to do? What do you guys think they're going to do? Who do you see them picking at number 2, number 12? Do you think they're going to trade? Is it going to be the best defensive player available? If we don't get that, if they really don't value CJ Stroud or a Bryce Young as the number 2 pick, then they have to pick whoever the best player is available. And I'm going to have to live with that. But I did make the statement that if they didn't get a quarterback out of Bryce or CJ, that I, living in Austin, Texas, would have to contact Houston Texans ticket department and be like, man, I need a refund on these season tickets. I can't go another year of driving to Houston to watch a Davis Mills or a Case Keenum-led team. Now, that's not saying I don't have faith in the team, because I do think even with Mills and Keenum under center, that we will win some games. It's just a lot of time commitment and money commitment to travel down there to not have that spark. And I think a Bryce Young and a CJ Stroud will bring that spark to the team. So we'll have to kind of wait and see exactly what happens. But let's hope, for my sake, that we get a quarterback. But if not, they have to get the best player available. I don't think trading back is the move per se, but if they can maybe trade back not too far and keep us in the top 10, I'll possibly be all right with that. But we have to make the right move. We have to get it right because I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired of losing. I want to win, man. Our time is here. Our time is now. Let's get it, dude. And let's see exactly what we can do. Y'all tell me in the comments who you think the Houston Texans are going to do. What are they going to do with the 2 pick? What are they going to do with the 12th pick? You let me know how you see the first round playing out, and then I'll hit you guys back. Follow my show on all social media platforms, F512 Texans. If you want to follow the host, follow me at It's That Boy J512. And you know what? Remember, you guys, it's DIY. Let's do it yourself, because ain't nobody going to do it for you, baby. And hey, if you're on the Facebook, follow the Houston Texans Empire Facebook group and holla at your boy there. And remember, around here, it's Go Texans. Gia.